selections of that have been reproduced by Gary in a book for Thomas publication. But this is Blind Davey's souvenir stand. It has a really interesting story. But I was able to, years ago, line up that photograph in a commission book and determine that this building sits right here. And boy, sure enough,
for those of you who can see it,
here's an old well that apparently was associated with this building. Still here. But this building has a much richer history. This building is actually the building that was built by the Mumpers in 1886 at this amusement park or photographic studio at Devil's Den. And then when Tipton took it over, this building was converted into a restaurant, apparently. And then when Tipton Park was condemned in 1902, this building was bodily rolled up Warren Avenue and placed here. And a man named Blind Davey was allowed to run a souvenir shop here. And in your packets, is it number 36?
33.
33. There's actually now a photograph of Blind Davey sitting on the porch in front of his studio. And if you really like that photograph, you're welcome to buy it. It's for sale at the Shriver House Museum in the town because he was a Weichert and he's related to the Shrivers.
And it's a postcard.
It's a postcard. Blind Davey's story is really neat. Yeah, it's only it's 50 cents at the Shriver House. Blind Davey, in 1884, he's the grandson of Jacob Weichert, who owned the backside of Little Round Top at the time of the battle. He lives in a Weichert house. He's working for the Gettysburg-Harrisburg Railroad Company on the railroad that leads behind Little Round Top. And in a premature explosion, they were using dynamite to blast the rocks to put the tracks in for the railroad. He was injured, and he lost his sight. As compensation for this, the GBMA, the Gettysburg Battlefield Memorial Association, allowed him to run a souvenir stand at Little Round Top here. He ran it for many years, and then in 1902, this building was rolled up here, and it replaced the original souvenir stand that Blind Davey ran. And Blind Davey ran this souvenir, refreshment stand from 1902 until 1920 at this spot and sold souvenirs. And it was kind of interesting in the photograph that it's in your packets. You probably can't tell. He is blind. He has a seeing eye dog there. But in his hand, he has a pistol.